Are you constantly falling asleep during your Zoom classes and not paying any attention to what the professor is saying? Or only answering one question for your homework assignment and then immediately going to Netflix to watch a whole show for the rest of the day? Or are you just taking 47 naps a day and not doing any work? If this is you, this video is for you. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, hi, my name is Kyndall. Thank you so much for tuning in. In today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys my tips on how I stay motivated. I know this time is absolutely insane, and I know it's really hard to stay focused and stay motivated. So these tips can be applied to school or work or going to the gym. Whatever you need, these tips will help you. Today's video, I'm kind of going to focus more on school because that's what I'm doing right now. But like I said, you can apply them to virtually anything. So if you like this video, please give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe because that helps me out a lot. And let's get on into the video. So the first thing that I have on my list is to understand why you are doing something. Sometimes we can get caught up in like the what or the how, but when you understand why you are doing something, it'll allow you to have clear intentions, and that will allow you to stay focused and to stay motivated on what you want to get done. I know like sometimes we take classes and we're like, this literally has nothing to do with what I want to do in the future. But at the same time, think of it as like a learning opportunity. You can always learn something, and I feel like lifelong learning is super important. So don't just think of it as like a wasted class. Think of it as an opportunity to learn something. So this kind of leads me on to my next topic, dealing with like setting paths, and that is making a schedule, making a plan. If you guys have seen my other videos, you would know that I am a planner. Like everything is like boom, 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 boom. I have these like whiteboard circles right here that I got off of Amazon. I'll link them in the description box below if you're interested. But basically I just put like my to-do list or notes of what I want to get accomplished today, and then my schedule for school. I also have like a little printable calendar, which is right here. You can't really see it. But having these planners and like to-do lists really help me like keep track of my day. Sometimes I'll use the journal to write down what I want to do. If you guys don't have like any of the whiteboard stickers or whiteboard or a calendar, I just print it off Google, or you can make it yourself. But when you have a schedule and you have your goals identified, it's going to be really easy to set a plan on how you want to accomplish that. So every night before like the next morning, I will plan out my day for the next day. And how I do that is I just look at what's due and look at when it's due, and then that's how I decide what I need to do. So the next thing that I also like recommend doing in addition to like making a to-do list or a schedule is to set time limits. So basically what I mean by this is set a deadline. I hate having to work on schoolwork all day. And I know I'm not alone. You do not want to be sitting at a computer from like 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. I know some people go to like midnight or 1 a.m. I'm not doing that at all. I have to have a deadline. So I normally try and stick close to like 4 or 4:30 to be done with all of my work. Obviously, sometimes that doesn't happen and I don't finish everything, but I always give myself a deadline to be done with the things that I know need to be done. That way I'm not so like stressed out all day, and I know that I'll still have a couple of hours to just relax and take time for myself. So the next thing that I have on here is to give yourself a reward. This sounds so cliche, but it doesn't even have to be like buying anything. It could just like be taking a nap, eating a snack, anything like that. Or if you want to get fancy, you can go get like your nails done, or you could just paint your nails done at home, put on a face mask, self-care. But when you finish everything you want to do, treat yourself. Like obviously sometimes you don't want to go overboard. You don't want to like go overboard every single day because that gets old fast. but treat yourself, because if you did all that work, you at least deserve something nice. So like I said, I like to have my work done by 4:30. After 4, I'm like taking my nap. I'm like in with my blanket, taking a nap is the best thing ever. So find what works for you and how you can feel rewarded, and that will keep you motivated. Just think about it. Think about it. If you're like, okay, if I get done with my work at 4, I can treat myself to like, I don't know, Chick-fil-A or nap or whatever it is that makes you happy at the end of the day. Do it. And that's really gonna push you. Like I'm like, sometimes I'm like, okay, it's almost time for my nap. I'm gonna punch out this work, I'm gonna get this done, and I'm gonna take my nap, and I'll be great for the rest of the day. Like, just do that, treat yourself, find things that make you happy, and do it. So this next part is super duper important. All right, you need to take breaks. Now, this can be 15-minute breaks, a 30-minute break, an hour-minute break, whatever you need to do to get away from the computer screen or to get away from whatever you need to do. Take that break. You don't have to work out every single day of the week unless you want to. You can obviously fit in a break, a rest day, but for me, and I'm like working on my schoolwork, I have to put in a break. I have to go eat lunch, have to stay hydrated. Your body cannot just sit at a computer all day, because that's just not healthy. So set a time where you can have that break. Like I said, I'd like to take lunch breaks, so like noonish to 1, maybe stretching it out to 2, but always take like an hour break to yourself, just so you're not just like so zoomed in and laser focused on the computer screen, because that's just not healthy. Also, when you take breaks, it really allows you to stay motivated, because like I said, if you want to have like that time deadline and you take a break, you may not be able to achieve your time deadline. Also, like taking breaks will really help you stay motivated, because when you take a break, you can just kind of reset and refocus on what needs to be done for the rest of the day. You'll come back from the break and you're like, okay, I need to get bump done. And then boom, you get right into it. Like, it's just like kind of like a whole reset, because you've been sitting at the computer for like 3 hours. Go take your lunch. I know sometimes I'm a little sleepy, but you gotta power through it so you can meet that deadline that you already set, and you'll be really motivated to get what you want to get done. So this next thing that I have written down is pretty much related to like school or work, mainly more like online school, but this is to be active and to participate on Zoom. I know sometimes like it's really awkward to be sitting on like the Zoom camera, but I promise you, if you like get ready in the morning, that really kind of helps start your day. So what I like to do is just kind of like get dressed. Normally it's just like from like here up. I don't do makeup all the time, but I do make sure like my hair looks good, and I'm always on the camera on Zoom, even if there's like only 4 other people in my class that's on the camera. I always feel kind of bad when like everybody's like video isn't showing. Like, I really feel bad for the professor. So I always make sure I have my camera on, but I always make sure that I'm also participating. When you actively participate in class discussions or just whatever you're doing, it really helps establish good relationships, and that way you can really be motivated to like ask your professor for a recommendation, or just have like that connection with your professor, because they're gonna be the ones who give you a recommendation, and you don't want it to just be like a regular recommendation. You want them to say like how much of like a star student you were, you know? But also, I find like I have my Zoom classes 3 times a week, and I have 1 a day. So those are my only times where I have like social interactions with like my professor or like my peers. So it's just kind of nice, and it gives you something to kind of look forward to, in my opinion. Even though I dread going to Zoom class sometimes, I'm like, ugh, I have Zoom class in the morning. But honestly, like, it's like the only time where I have social interaction, because the rest of my day is just like I'm on my computer. So it's just nice kind of having like something to kind of look forward to and have people to talk to, and make sure you're actively participating. Don't fall asleep on Zoom. Oh my gosh, somebody fell asleep on Zoom the other day and they weren't muted and they were snoring and it was just like a whole thing. Don't do that. And yeah. So the next thing that I have is to find balance, and this balance is between work, school, and family life or friends or whatever it is, just life in general. I know I really struggle with this, especially lately with school starting. YouTube is kind of now like my full-time job basically, so it's really hard to find time to like sit down and make a YouTube video because I have school basically every day of the week. So I really try and find time to sit down and do my videos and focus on YouTube. But like I said, it's really hard, which is sometimes why my videos are a little like inconsistent, because I have too much work going on with school. I don't have time to film a video. But like I said, I really try and plan out my days, and today I only had 2 assignments that I need to get done, so it was a perfect day to film a YouTube video. So we can all work on this together, because finding a balance is really hard. But once you know, like, I need to dedicate this much time to my work, I need to dedicate this much time to school, then you can figure out like how much time you can really dedicate to like outside activities, things with your family, setting time with your friends, or whatever it is. Just finding that balance will just leave you to be stress-free. You won't be like all over the place, just like trying to focus on one thing, because honestly, like, school does not deserve like 10-15 hours of my day. So just finding that balance will really help you stay motivated, and it will help you really get things done. So the last thing that I have on my notes for this video is to just stay positive. I know this year has been crazy for everybody, and you just want to stay positive. If you get negative, that's okay, but don't try and be too hard on yourself, because then you'll be unmotivated and you won't get anything done. It's okay to have bad days. I have bad days too, but always try and remain positive. Remember that you are your own worst critic. So even though days may get hard, there are always going to be days that just are the best. So try and be positive. When you're positive, it will really help you be motivated to get everything that you want to get done, and it will also help you achieve your goals. And yeah, we're all gonna get through this together. I believe in us. We can do it. Just stay motivated, try and be motivated, work to be motivated, and that way you can get all of your goals accomplished. All right, you guys, so that is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit that thumbs up button, and don't forget to subscribe, because that helps me out a lot. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.